Hey guys, it's Corey with 10 Best Ones, and today we've decided to review the 5 best options for you. If you'd like to see their price and find out more information, you can check out the links in the description down below. Let's get started. We are going to start this list with the best budget option that you can get your hands on.
Number 5. Microsoft Sculpt Comfort Mouse. With soft corners and a glossy smooth top, the mouse is pleasing to both the touch and the eyes. In the centre of the device, right beneath the scroll wheel, is a Microsoft logo, and on the left side you'll find a blue Windows button that stands out from the rest of the mouse's black body. The Sculpt Comfort Mouse's most noticeable physical attribute is its curved shape. There's a slight indent on the left side made specifically to fit your thumb, making it easy to tap the Windows button when necessary. It's important to remember that this mouse operates via a Bluetooth connection, which means you'll need to use a notebook that's Bluetooth compatible. While this may be limiting for some, it also means you won't have to worry about keeping track of a dongle. The Comfort Sculpt Mouse's Blue Track won't work on glass or mirrored surfaces, but we found that it functioned properly on just about every other material. We had no problem zipping across the Windows 8 start screen when using the mouse on a lace dress, a cushion, or a leather-bound book. If you want to scroll through all your recent apps, you can continuously swipe up on the blue touchpad to cycle through each program. If you don't feel like navigating through full-screen versions of your currently open apps, swiping down on the Windows button will pull up a sidebar of open programs. With each gesture, you'll feel a slight vibration to let you know that the mouse is responding to your command. Microsoft's mouse is a reasonably priced peripheral that will give you nearly all the shortcuts and gestures you need to zip through Windows 8. It really is one of the best, without a doubt. Number 4. Logitech MX Anywhere 2S. The Logitech MX Anywhere 2S is a fantastic travel mouse that offers solid ergonomics in a compact form factor. It's not going to blow you away in precision or customizable features, but its battery life is incredible. Logitech has a consistent aesthetic across its MX product lineup, and the MX Anywhere 2S is no exception. The mouse features a typical layout with left and right buttons and a scroll wheel sandwiched between them. Additionally, Logitech has included a square button behind the scroll wheel as well as 2 forward and backward buttons on the thumb side of the mouse.
If portability is important to you, then I would recommend this next model.
Setting up the mouse was as simple as putting the battery inside the mouse, plugging in the Bluetooth receiver and turning the mouse on. We tested the Logitech MX Anywhere 2S with both Windows and Mac OS devices, and it didn't have any problem connecting with either. The Logitech MX Anywhere 2S features Bluetooth Low Energy technology as well as a dedicated unifying receiver, 2.4 GHz, to connect to our Windows and Mac OS computers. In our more than 40 hours of testing across multiple devices, we noticed little, if any, difference between using the included receiver and plain Bluetooth connectivity. Using the dedicated unifying receiver, the mouse is capable of working at up to 32 feet away from the device the receiver is plugged into. Logitech doesn't market the Anywhere 2S as a gaming or high-performance mouse, but it certainly takes inspiration from Logitech's more advanced mice. It features a dots per inch range, a measure of how sensitive a mouse is, between 200 dpi and 4000 dpi, which can be set using the Logitech Options software in increments of 50 dpi. Logitech Options is available for both Windows and Mac OS computers. We found the Logitech MX Anywhere 2S delightful to work with. It has a fantastic battery life, is incredibly comfortable for its size, offers plenty of customization, and overall looks great.
If you're a gamer, then you'll love this next model. I think that it will be the perfect option for you.
Number 3. Razer Basilisk X HyperSpeed. The Basilisk X HyperSpeed is most defined by what it lacks: the Razer SpeedFlex cable found in the Basilisk V2, Basilisk Ultimate and Death Adder V2. Instead, this is a wireless mouse that connects via a 2.4 GHz USB Type-A dongle powered by Razer's HyperSpeed wireless technology that it claims has better performance than competitive products. You can also connect via Bluetooth Low Energy. That lack of wired support is likely to worry some folks, especially if they fear their Basilisk X HyperSpeed's battery will die when they don't have a backup. But that's unlikely. Razer said that a single AA battery lasts up to 285 hours HyperSpeed or 450 hours Bluetooth of continuous use. More on that in the battery life section. People shouldn't have to worry about switching out the battery often. Luckily, the Basilisk X HyperSpeed is comfortable to use for extended periods. It measures 5.11 by 2.36 by 1.65 inches and weighs 2.9 ounces if you exclude the battery. Those are the same dimensions as the Basilisk V2. Since I preferred that model over the Death Adder V2 and other mice, it's not surprising I liked using the Basilisk X HyperSpeed for long periods as well. The Basilisk X HyperSpeed and Basilisk V2 have similar layouts, but the former lacks one CPI switch, the tilt scroll wheel buttons and the button underneath for controlling scroll wheel resistance. Otherwise, they're nearly identical, both being right-handed mice targeting palm and claw grips with two side buttons and a thumb guard that feature Razer's preferred black on black on black colour scheme. On paper, the Basilisk V2 should be superior because its Focus Plus sensor can support up to 20,000 CPI to the Basilisk X HyperSpeed 16,000. In practice, however, the upper limits of a sensor's CPI support don't matter if you use a lower CPI setting. I set every mouse to 1600 CPI for daily use. So long as the tracking is good at that setting, I don't particularly care how much higher the sensitivity can go. There's no denying there are many differences between the Basilisk X HyperSpeed and the rest of the Basilisk lineup. It uses Razer's last-gen technologies. It's the only member of the lineup that doesn't offer a wired connection and costs significantly less than its counterparts do. But overall, it's one of the best Bluetooth gaming mice in the market.
Before we talk about the best model overall, let's look at the runner-up for this list.
Number 2. Logitech MX Master 2S. It all starts, of course, with its design. The Logitech MX Master 2S comes in 3 colours, though ours is dark grey encased in a rubberised textured body with a metallic silver trim, a pronounced thumb grip and a size 5 by 3.4 by 2 inches that, while not exactly compact, fits well in most users' hands, even small ones. At 5.1 ounces or 145 grams, it is a little on the heavy side. However, it isn't too noticeable and it doesn't really have a big impact on performance. Plus, the mouse still feels well balanced and ergonomically shaped anyway, which are more important than weight. Packing features to become the ultimate mouse for productivity, the MX Master 2S is well crafted to meet most computer application demands, from word processing and surfing the web to post-processing of images and videos as well as graphic design. It's even great for games, though it's not necessarily the best mouse for gaming, as it wasn't designed with game-focused features like minimal latency, on-the-fly DPI switching and a sniper button. It still works well, especially for non-FPS games. It's got a few great features worth mentioning, but we'll tackle the most impressive ones. To start is its dark field sensor, which allows it to perform high-precision tracking on any surface up to 4000 DPI. We have nothing but positive things to say about the MX Master 2S's performance. Logitech has combined low latency and high precision tracking, especially for a wireless mouse, with flexibility and easy workflow by providing dual connectivity via the Logitech unifying USB receiver or Bluetooth and slapping on that impressive multi-computer control. All these combine to increase productivity and effective multitasking. You can edit your videos in one computer, answer emails in another, and play a turn-based strategy game in the third without blinking or switching mice. And thanks to the 4000 DPI precision sensor, you can do so on virtually any surface, adding even more to its flexibility. When it comes to increased efficiency, only a few come close to the perfection of the Logitech MX Master 2S.
Finally, the next model is the best overall. From us, it gets a perfect score in all categories.
Number 1. Logitech MX Master 3. Logitech has absolutely surpassed all expectations, building on previous successes and making worthwhile improvements to deliver one of the standout office mice any big manufacturer has to offer. The MX Master 3 is an eye-catching mouse. With its tall stature compared to other mice, it certainly looks different to much of what we've seen before. The mix of materials used in its construction, from the metal wheels to the rubberized outer coating, means it certainly looks the part. Despite the tall stature, it remains a sleek-looking mouse with some attractive contouring on the rubberized outer coating, which also adds to its comfort in use. The light grey and silver colouring from the metal wheels ensure it'll look right at home in any modern office. The MX Master's height works to its advantage, combating any form of wrist strain to ensure you're working as best you can without any hindrance. In a similar vein, the MX Master 3 features a niftily placed thumb wheel to add an extra layer of functionality. On the front of the mouse is a USB-C port for charging, its position ensuring it doesn't get in the way of general usage. There's no specific lighting on the MX Master 3 apart from the status LED that helps to notify you of low battery life. That won't light up for a while though, given the MX Master 3 will last 70 days on a full charge. It utilises a 4000 dpi sensor, complete with Logitech's dark field tracking. This makes it more precise than any of its predecessors or most other dedicated office mice out there. While 4000 dpi may not seem generous to gamers, it's perfect for what the MX Master 3 is designed to do. With the additional thumb wheel present, it opens up a whole new way of easing your workload, especially if you're using programs such as Photoshop or Final Cut Pro X for Mac. There's no doubt that the MX Master 3 would be one of the most worthwhile peripheral purchases you make this year. Buying guide. Firstly, ergonomics. Ergonomic mice are designed to fit in your hand in a more natural way, reducing strain on your fingers and wrist. They also tend to have extra buttons within reach of your digits. How comfortable they are depends on many conditions, including the kind of grip you prefer. Some users like to hold their hand flatly, while others prefer a more claw-like grip. Size is a factor when it comes to comfort, and while many mice come in both right and left-handed versions, not all do. Secondly, DPI. One of the main specs you'll see to advertise a mouse is DPI, or dots per inch. In the simplest terms, this is a figure that shows how far the mouse pointer will move for every inch that the mouse itself physically moves. Take a 4K display for example, with a 3840 pixel width, you'd need to drag a 400 dpi mouse nearly 10 inches across your desk to move the pointer from the left edge to the right. How far for a 3000 dpi mouse? About 1.5 inches. And thirdly, polling rate. Another key aspect you'll see reported for mice is the polling rate. This is a figure measured in Hertz, Hz, that shows how many times each second that mouse reports its position to the computer. A higher number means greater accuracy and smoother movement, at least in theory. The leap from 500 Hz to 1000 Hz may sound large, but in reality it's a move from 2 milliseconds to 1 millisecond. It's unlikely your eyes will even notice. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.